Hello everyone and welcome to another video with Immigrate with French. In this video, we'll discuss the expression écrite Tâche from the TEF Canada exam. So, are you going to the TEF Canada exam in the near future and are you struggling with writing the expression écrite Tâche or task 1? You don't know what is expected or how to write it. Are you also struggling with kind of inspiration, how to get ideas, how to improve your level, how to learn new vocab that is specific to this kind of task? Let me help you in this video. In the beginning, what is the question like? Usually in the expression écrite, in the TEF Canada exam, you will have two tasks. Il y a deux tâches, tâche 1 et tâche 2. So you'll have 60 minutes for tâche 1 et tâche 2. For tâche 1, there will be 25 minutes. Okay, so this is the duration of expression écrite tâche 1. Now, what is the question for tâche 1? It's terminer l'article, 80 mots minimum. Voici le début d'un article de presse. Terminer cet article en ajoutant à la suite un texte de 80 mots minimum en faisant plusieurs paragraphes. So, as you can see here, the question is simple. You will have some intro or some line about a news story. So here we are writing, what we are writing is Fait divers. Fait divers is a news story. The minimum word count is 80 words. So it's important to not write less than 80 words. And we must write in several paragraphs. So don't write your story, your entire news story in only 1 or 2 paragraphs. Try to make more paragraphs. So the minimum word count is 80. It's great if you can write a bit more. However, we shouldn't write like too much more. So we shouldn't write, for example, 200 or 300 words. While there is no maximum word count, however, the exam is corrected by a human examiner. So it is better to stick to the rules, maybe a little bit more to just show your skill, but not too much more that you go completely out of the target. So I think that a good estimate would be around 120 or 130 mots pour cette tâche. Let's see an example and see how to write this. En français, disparu depuis plusieurs années et réapparu sur un plateau de télévision. So this topic is quite interesting. Here we have a Frenchman who disappeared for several years, has reappeared in un plateau de télévision in some TV show. So how can we do this? It's important to write a short introduction stating the main important points like who or when or where it happened. So let's see together. Lundi dernier, Gérard Dupont, âgé de 63 ans, est réapparu devant sa maison située dans le centre-ville de Paris vers midi, l'heure de l'émission Perdue de vue. Now we need to write another paragraph with more details about the background. L'homme avait disparu sans laisser de traces 4 ans plus tôt, à la suite de la faillite de son entreprise. Désorienté et en état de choc, il aurait perdu la mémoire. Retrouvé par la police sans aucun document d'identité, il avait ensuite été placé dans une maison de retraite. Par chance, son fils l'a reconnu alors qu'il faisait du bénévolat dans cet établissement. Je crois toujours au miracle et je suis reconnaissant qu'il soit encore en vie, a-t-il déclaré à nos journalistes. So, now what have we done? We have simply written the news story. We have written the introduction. We have written more about how this happened. We have given it some ending and we also added some comment. So, in the exam, some people keep wasting time or keep wondering or panicking because they feel that they cannot give a plot twist or they are trying to make it seem so creative, when actually the main goal of a fait divers is simply to inform. So you are requested to inform. It doesn't have to entertain or educate. You don't need to express your opinion. You don't need to praise or blame or do any of that. You just simply need to, like a journalist job, okay? You consider yourself a journalist who's covering an incident, reporting it, and you just report it neutrally, okay? So you just simply have to state what happened, and your main focus actually is to be able to use your vocab, to use correct grammar tenses rather than to focus on trying to make it completely unexpected or completely creative, because that is not the main concern of this task. I mean, if you got a good idea, you can write it, but you don't have to spend too much time trying to come up with something that is totally unexpected. My advice to you in this case is to spend the first 5 minutes of the exam in planning the task clearly. Try to plan, for example, every main thing in the task. So you can try to plan, for example, the person's name. You can try to plan any details that you want to write in the intro, just as words. You can then go to the more details, try to just write one line of why this happened, and plan some commentary in also like just the idea of it. So just try to write it in few words that can just remind you when you start writing. Then spend the next 15 minutes in actually writing the task and the last 5 minutes in revision. If you are able to plan or finish writing earlier, then that's great. You will have even more time for revision. So if you feel confused, you feel that you want more ideas, more vocab related to Fait divers, then I do have two great websites for that. The first one is called 20minutes.fr, and we're going to check its Fait divers section. So I'm going to share with you the link in the description. And if you see this website here, this website has real Fait divers, so it will not exactly follow the TEF Canada exam requirement regarding the word count. It's not an exercise one, but these are real Fait divers. So you can still spend some time to learn from them and to learn how to say a Fait divers. Like, for example, if we see here, une collégienne frappée jusqu'à la perte de connaissance par un autre ado. So you can get this vocab word frappé. The word la perte de connaissance. Another one, un contrôleur mort après avoir été frappé par un passager sans billet. Okay, you can learn here the words like un contrôleur, mort après avoir été frappé. Again, frappé is repeated. Un contrôleur is the person who checks that you have a ticket, and mort après avoir été frappé, after being, so the person who checks the tickets, dead after being beaten by a passenger without a ticket. Very sad, but we can use that to learn a bit more. So here you can get a very good intro, and then you can continue here to know more details and to learn some vocab about this Fait divers. So this is one good website, 20 minutes. Now another great website for this same thing is called faitdivers.org. And the reason this website is great is not only because it has Fait divers en français, which is obvious, but also because it has different categories of Fait divers. So it's great if you read different, actually to read and to practice Fait divers in different categories to be ready in the exam with ideas and vocab for the different categories. So if you see here, there is meurtre, murder, there is disparition, disappearance, braquage, armed robbery, accident, accidents. You can learn from it and you can see different Fait divers in the different sections. So that would be a great one to train yourself and to learn more about the different kinds of Fait divers. So you can see here meurtre. There are several examples meurtre. It's quite sad, so I'm not going to read a lot of it, but we can just get some idea, like words like une femme de 30 ans poignardée sur son lieu de travail. Okay, another one, Australie, une Française, son mari et leurs 2 enfants retrouvés morts dans leur maison. Click this Fait divers and you can get more information. This Fait divers is published today, 5 février 2026. So every day definitely you'll find different incidents reported, and you can keep learning different expressions, different vocab, different ideas to add to improve your own writing. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to practice this task and you'd like my help to get it corrected, then I do have an idea for you. I'm going to share with you this topic, and if you're interested, please write your answer in the comments and I'm going to correct it in an upcoming video. So if I receive several answers, then I'm going to select one of them for an upcoming video. So the topic is un enfant de 8 ans a volé la voiture de luxe de son père et a roulé pendant 200 km pour acheter la sienne. Okay, try to understand this topic. If there are any new words, try to find it and let's get it corrected together next time. I will say what is wrong and how can you take your Fait divers to a higher CLB level. Okay, let me know in the comments also if you have any questions. Et à bientôt. Thanks for watching. Preparing for TEF Canada exam? Subscribe now for more weekly tips.